compatriots, teachers present. Of course, capacity is limited, restricted due to COVID-19 protocols and restrictions. The only people allowed in the NSG crew and of course match commentators like myself. So parents not permitted. A bit of a shame, but the silver lining of course is that the games are actually being held given their absence from last year's calendar. So kudos to all involved for making it happen. (11-5) now Dunman as we head into the first interval, game one. Of course, when the leading score reaches 11 points, there's a mandatory 60-second interval. At the end of every game, there will be a 2-minute interval. And between each match, there will be another 2-minute interval. For those, of course, who are tuning in from the comforts of your home, you can visit go.gov.sg/NSG to catch this live stream or watch it at your convenience. You can also catch up on fixtures, results across a suite of other sports. We're also live on SG Sport TV's official YouTube channel. Back to the action, and 11. Oh, lovely touch there. Great touch from Ang Chi-yuan. Speaking to both sets of coaches ahead of the contest, and they do put in some good yards. We do simultaneously on an adjoining court, Court 1, have the grand final taking place between Anglican High and Victoria High, who are of course enjoying home court advantage. They've been as I was explaining earlier, the fans have deliberately not been switched on in this indoor sports hall because the birdie is an extremely lightweight object, and so any kind of wind that may affect the trajectory of the birdie is not permitted, which is why the environment is quite a hot and humid one. Sorry? Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Ngee Ann Secondary School, represented by Adrian and Edison. And on my left, Dunman High School, represented by Q, Yu Heng, and Zender Yet. Yet to serve to Adrian. Good ball. Hey.
Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gents, to Victoria School's Indoor Sports Hall. This is the third-fourth playoff for the East Zone B Division Boys Championship between Ngee Ann Secondary and Dunman High. Dunman, just a short while earlier, drew first blood. They won the first singles to take a 1-0 lead in this 5-match tie. The first doubles has just begun. Representing Ngee Ann, we have Adriel Lam and Edison Yong. Adriel being the slightly taller of the two. And representing Dunman, we have Chu Yu Hung. He's in the white A6 sneakers. And Zander Yet, who's in the black A6 sneakers. Now, the Ngee Ann's duo will want to get this tie back on level pegging. And they're doing a good job of it thus far, taking a 4-1 lead in the first game. Now, this third-fourth playoff is best of 5. Following this, we'll still have the second singles, second doubles, and third singles to follow. Should either team win the entire tie, 3-0 or 3-1, they will be declared victors. But in the interest of fair play, the organisers and conveners have mandated that all 5 matches be played, so that all 7 players on each team get a chance to participate, which is a really wonderful initiative by the NSG. Of course, the full squads, including reserves and substitutes, consist of about 12 members. 5-3 now. 4-5, beg your pardon. Dunman clawing their way back. Just pushed wide there by Adriel Lam. And now Edison Yong pushing his wide, so a little bit of complacency creeping into the Ngee Ann duo, which they can ill afford, really. Need to get back on level terms. Another miss there by Edison Yong. Adriel just comforting him there, perhaps relaxing him, telling him to enjoy the occasion. This time his partner gets in the way. It's 8-6 now. Dunman have crawled the way back from a 1-4 deficit. 7-9 the score now. Of course, simultaneously on an adjoining court, we have the grand final taking place. That's between Anglican High and Victoria High. Victoria obviously enjoying a home court advantage. That's on court 1. This match taking place on court 2. These two sides obviously battling it out for third, fourth, because they were knocked out by the finalists. Anglican defeated Ngee Ann by 5 matches to nothing earlier on Monday. And Victoria defeated Dunman 4-1. So rather deserving finalists, but these two sides will want to really show that they belong in the top tier of this East Zone B division. As we take the first interval, Dunman ahead by just a single point. So a very close encounter in game 1 of match 2 of this third, fourth playoff. Both of these sides, of course, did fairly well in their initial groups. Ngee Ann qualified first in Group C out of 5 teams. They won all 4 of their matches. 3-2 against Geylang Methodist, 5-0 against Dunman Secondary, 5-0 again against Temasek Junior College, and another 5-0 whitewash against Chung Chung High School. Dunman High as well also finished first in their Group D. They defeated Bedok View 4-1. Manjusri Secondary 5-0. East Spring Secondary 5-0. And Meridian Secondary 5-0. (12-10) now to Dunman. Both sides then obviously went on to qualify for the quarterfinals. The top 8 teams from the group stages qualified, and the quarterfinal stage consisted of 2 groups of 4. Ngee Ann qualified second behind, I beg your pardon, Victoria. So they lost their first encounter to Victoria 1-4 before coming back to win 4-1 against Bedok South Secondary, and then 5-0 against Bedok View Secondary. In the other group, Dunman High also finished second in the quarterfinal. They lost to the eventual finalist Anglican High 2-3, defeated Geylang Methodist 4-1 and St. Patrick's 5-0. So good runs both these sides had up to the semi-final. They were just outclassed by Anglican and Victoria respectively. (15-14) now, a very, very close game 2 we're having here. The first doubles. Edison Young to serve. Pushed out by Adriel Lam. 15-all. Very, very tight indeed. And that's out by Chu Yu Hung of Dunman. 16-15 Ngee Ann. Just out, 16-all. It's a seesaw contest. Exactly what the neutral spectator would have wanted to see at this stage. And that's it. It's going right down to the wire as this game. Of course, if we're at 20 points apiece, one side will need to win by 2 to claim the game. And Sander yet missing the smash. Disappointed with himself. Wipes a bit of sweat off the brow to regroup. Oh, lovely smash by Edison Young. Composed as ever. Execution was outstanding. 19-16 now, Ngee Ann. Pulled away here. Ever so close to sealing the first game. 4-point lead and game point now. Edison Young to serve. Zandayat went for the kill shot, missed, and Ngee Ann have taken the first game of this first doubles contest by 21 points to 16. Dunman are 1-0 up in this 5-match tie. We'll be back very, very shortly indeed for game 2. Wonderful.
Second game. Third ball. Play.
Welcome back to the action. So, third, fourth player for the East Zone B Division Boys Championship, Ngee Ann Secondary and Dunman High. Ngee Ann stealing that first game rather narrowly, 21 points to 16. This is the first doubles. Dunman prevailing in the first singles, so they're 1-0 up in this tie. This is court 2 at Victoria School's indoor sports hall. On court 1, we have the final taking place between Anglican High and Victoria High. The first singles has been completed. You're not sure, ladies and gents, who won that match just as yet, but as and when the score and result comes in, we will inform you. I'm Ahmad Akhtar, and thank you for joining Sports Singapore's live coverage of the 2021 National School Games. This is, of course, an initiative of the Singapore School Sports Council, supported by the Ministry of Education. You can also catch the live stream by visiting us at go.gov.sg/NSG. You can also watch later if you don't have time to do so now, and you can also catch up on fixtures and results across a suite of other sports. We're also live on SG Sports TV's official YouTube channel. Dunman High racing away now to a 6-2 lead in game 2 of this first doubles match. Representing Ngee Ann, Edison Young and Adriel Lam. Adriel, slightly taller of the two boys. And in the maroon top, blue shorts for Dunman, we have Chu Yu Hung in the white Asics sneakers and Xander Yet in the black Asics sneakers. Dunman obviously enjoy the Asics brand. Great smash there by, or kill rather, by Edison Young. 4-8 now. This really is some very high quality doubles action. We're seeing quick reflexes from both sets of players. Oh, lovely smash there from Chu Yu Hung. Puts it away to give Dunman High a 9-5 lead. This being the B division, we're looking at boys in secondary 3 and secondary 4, ages about 15 to 16 years old. In fact, Adriel Lam is himself 16, Edison Young 15, Xander Yet and Chu Yu Hung are both 15. First interval, Dunman High 6 points ahead, 11 points to 5. The NSG, of course, also encompasses both the A division as well as the senior division. Now, from your camera angle at home, you can probably have noticed that there are limited spectators here today. That is, of course, due to the COVID-19 protocols and restrictions that are in place. The only people allowed in the NSG arena are the teams themselves, the coaches, organizers, conveners, technical crew, and of course match commentators like myself. So parents are not allowed, which is a bit of a shame, but the silver lining, the obvious one, being that the games are actually being held given their absence from last year's calendar. So a great effort by all involved for making it happen. As we resume after the first interval of the second game. (6-11). Ngee Ann boys trailing by 5 points. They, of course, took the first game. Dunman secured the first match, the first singles. This match will be followed by the second singles, the second doubles, and the third singles. Should either team win the entire tie, 3-0 or 3-1, they will be declared the victors, but the last two matches, as they're typically referred to in other sports, dead rubbers. They won't be dead rubbers here because, well, there will be dead rubbers, but they will be played in the interest of fair play. Because the conveners have mandated that all 7 players on each team are given a chance to participate. And these youth really need all the exposure they can get at this stage. Some of them, of course, hoping to impress the scouts from Singapore Badminton Association, because those with showcasing high potential can potentially be selected for the national intermediate squad, wherein they get an opportunity to train outside of school hours with elite players. And you never know, if they perform well, they may even represent Singapore someday. 14-11 Dunman High. Deft touch there from Xander Yet. Opening up a 4-point lead again for Dunman High. Well left by Chu Yu Hung. 16-11 now. Bit of lady luck for Ngee Ann and Adriel Lam, but he won't be complaining. Oh, just long. 17-12. Just out of reach of Chu there. 13-17. Edison Young serving now. Oh, too quick there, the smash from Chu Yu Hung. Both sets of players looking rather composed. They haven't really shown much emotion yet, which is sometimes good to see in the sport. Of course, both these sets of players want it badly. That is obvious enough. Even though this is the third and fourth, both teams have done very well leading up to this point in the competition, barring, of course, their respective semi-final losses. But it's nice to have a third and fourth playoff nonetheless. Speaking of the semi-final opponents, Anglican High and Victoria High playing on court 1, as we see Dunman taking that game 21-14, pushing this match into a decider. Should be quite a cracking finish to this contest. We'll be back shortly for that action.
Final game. Let's go on. Play.
Welcome back to the action, ladies and gents. This is game 2, match 2 of the third-fourth playoff for the East Zone B Division Boys Championship between Ngee Ann Secondary and Dunman High. Ngee Ann took the first game of this first doubles match before Dunman mounted a comeback, which is why we're in the deciding game. Dunman, of course, holding a 1-0 advantage in this 5-match tie. We are at Victoria School's indoor sports hall. This is court number 2. On court 1, the final is taking place between Anglican High and Victoria High, who will of course be enjoying home court advantage. The first singles on that court has been completed. Not sure who prevailed in that contest, but as soon as we get the results, we will relay them onto you folks at home. Quick hands from both sides there. (5-3) the score to 4-5 after Edison Young netted that serve. You can really ill afford to drop points on your serve. That's really an area where both sides should be excelling, where all sides should be excelling, given the number of hours that they put into training. Another miss, perhaps some fatigue creeping in. It is, of course, very hot and humid in this arena. The fans have been switched off deliberately to avoid any unintended consequences in terms of movement, trajectory. The birdie, of course, is extremely light, so anything that can affect the direction or movement of the birdie is not permitted. Measure of fitness and composure at this stage. 9-5 to Ngee Ann. Great smash there from Adriel Lam. 10-5. 5-point gap now for Ngee Ann Secondary. Oh, that was you anticipated that short serve, and Chu Yu Hung of Dunman was all over it. Serve is over now, 6-10. Oh, bit of misjudgment from Chu Yu Hung as we head into the interval. 11-6 Ngee Ann. This is, of course, the deciding game in the second match, first doubles of this third-fourth player for the East Zone B Division Boys Championship between Ngee Ann Secondary and Dunman High. Dunman took the first singles contest. For this year's NSG, we have competition across not just badminton, but 12 sports in all non-contact, obviously owing to the COVID-19 restrictions. So we have, aside from badminton, tennis, table tennis, volleyball, sepak takraw, wushu, taekwondo, shooting, golf, rope skipping, bowling, and gymnastics. We've had roughly 12,000 students from 270 schools, both primary and secondary, competing in this year's NSG. The full NSG complement would be 29 sports, including contact sports. We're hopeful that that full complement will happen in 2022 or 2023. Back to game 3 now, where Ngee Ann are in the ascendancy. 12-7. 5-point gap. Over on court 1, the final. Victoria High taking on Anglican High. They're in the first doubles. First singles has been completed. Court 3, Ngee Ann, 14-7, racing away with the deciding game here, which would make the second singles coming up right after this a mouth-watering tie. Always good to be on level pegging. A lot more at stake for both sides. Of course, will want to prove that they are the third best team in this competition, behind Anglican and Victoria. (16-8). Oh, he left it. Chu Young left it. Bit of misjudgment there. Bit of a freebie for Ngee Ann, and Adriel Lam with fantastic reflexes. 18-8. Ngee Ann running away with this one now. It's 3 points from sealing the match. Oh, lovely rally there. Lovely, lovely, lovely end. Edison Young putting away the smash in style. 19-8 now. This is a massive lead, 11 points. And that's match point for Adriel Lam and Edison Young. They've played wonderfully here this afternoon, this first doubles. And there it is. A critical win for Ngee Ann Secondary. They take the second doubles. They level this 5-match tie at 1 apiece. Next up, we'll be having the second singles. Stay tuned. Join us in just a short while. And welcome back to Victoria School's Indoor Sports Hall. We're on Court 2 for the third-fourth playoff. This is the East Zone B Division Boys Championship between Ngee Ann Secondary and Dunman High. This five-match tie is finally poised at 1 apiece. Dunman took the first singles before Ngee Ann returned the favor, securing the first doubles. We're now on to the second singles match. We have Lee Ying Yuan of Ngee Ann against Ethan New of Dunman High. So high stakes affair. The winner of this one will move on, or will take rather, a 2-1, help his side take a 2-1 lead in the five-match tie. Over on Court 1, the final is taking place between Anglican High and Victoria High. Victoria took the first singles, so they have a 1-0 lead in that five-match tie. The first doubles is currently taking place. You see a wonderful smash there from Lee Ying Yuan. 2-all the score here in game 1. Both these boys are 16 years of age. Practice hard. Speaking to both coaches ahead of this tie. And the boys train about 9 hours a week. So thrice weekly, 3 hours each time. So a lot of hard work. Preparation goes into these matches. Four-all. Deft touch, attempted deft touch there from Ethan New. Couldn't quite execute. He gifts his opponent a freebie. And Lee Ying Yuan there going for the drop. Netted it. This being the B division. We're looking at boys in Secondary 3 and Secondary 4, ages about 15 to 16 years old. The NSG, of course, also encompasses both the A division as well as the senior division. A bit of a mishit there from Ethan New. A 6-all the score. We're deadlocked here in game 1. Not much separating the two boys. Great retrieval there from Ethan New. Great reflexes. Forcing the error from his opponent, making him play that one extra shot, which we've seen in other sports. Rafael Nadal, of course, famous for pushing his opponents around the court, making them play those extra 1 or 2 shots and forcing the error out of them. Ethan looks to have taken a leaf out of Rafa's book. Eight-all is the score. A bit of a giveaway there. Really can ill afford to mess up on your serve. Both these boys are not exceedingly tall, but tall enough to give them an advantage in reach. (10-9) now to Dunman. This is a very, very close encounter. That was good play there by Lee Ying-wan, pushing his opponent back, forward, back, and forcing the error. 11-10, a wonderful smash there from Dunman High. They take a slender 1-point advantage as we have a 60-second interval. It will, of course, be a 2-minute interval at the end of every game. Between each match, there's another 2-minute interval, so not a whole lot of rest for these players. Badminton is a fast and explosive sport. There's lots of stamina required, great powers of concentration, anticipation, quick reflexes. Now, interestingly, we're not quite sure how these players are seeded. The team sheets don't indicate as such. You know, whether the best players start first or whether their resources are spread thin to ensure that some of the better competitors are remain in the 4th and 5th matches if the tie gets there. However, the way the NSG works and the way this tournament is run is that singles players cannot play in the doubles, so everyone gets a chance to participate, meaning there are at least 7 members in a given squad and up to 12, including reserves and substitutes. So back to the action there. That attempt was pushed wide by Lee Ying-wan. 13-11 to Dunman High in Game 1, Match 3 of this 3rd-4th playoff for the East Zone B Division Boys Championship between Ngee Ann Secondary and Dunman High. I'm Amar Akhtar. You can obviously catch the live stream by visiting us at go.gov.sg/NSG. You can also catch up on fixtures and results across an array of other sports. We're also live on SG Sports TV's official YouTube channel. Oh, lovely point there. 16-12 to Dunman High. As players opt for a new shuttle. Obviously the shuttle, the birdie, gets hammered around throughout the course of the match, so occasionally needs to be changed. Akin to tennis, where they change the balls every 7 games. Oh, this is brilliant, brilliant badminton. Oh, just wide. But the cat and mouse at the net, and then the lift by Lee Ying-wan thereafter, pushing Ethan New back. Oh, lovely smash, lovely smash. Composed as ever was Lee Ying-wan. Picture of concentration. (13-17) now. Ngee Ann trailing by 4. Game 1. Oh, great reflexes again. 18-13. Ever so important to secure the first game in a 3-game tie. It gives you that cushion. Of course, you can't let your foot off the gas, because each and every competitor here is extremely talented, skillful. Game point now to Dunman High. Oh, a lovely smash by Lee Ying-wan. He's certainly not ready to throw in the towel just yet. It's going to make Ethan New sweat it out. Speaking of sweating it out, it is rather humid in the sports hall. Perhaps a bit of a lapse of concentration there from Ethan New. 15-20. Oh, again, brilliant resolve being shown by Lee Yengyuan, mustering up all those reserves of energy. 16-20. Just pushed out. He did have a bit too much to do, it seems, did Lee Yengyuan. Unlucky there, but Dunman High secured the first game of this second singles matchup by 21 points to 16. We are, of course, deadlocked in the 5-match tie, 1 apiece. Will Lee Yengyuan be able to mount a comeback in game 2? Well, we'll find out shortly. Stay tuned. Check with Raj. There. I have no idea. Maybe they have like a chant or something. Yeah. Must be chant.
Second game. No more. Play.
Back live, ladies and gents, with the second game. Bit of a slip there from Lee Yengyuan. The second game of this second singles encounter between Ngee Ann Secondary and Dunman High here at Victoria School's Indoor Sports Hall. This is, of course, the 3rd and 4th playoff for the East Zone B Division Boys Championship. Dunman narrowly taking the first game, but it seems like Lee Yengyuan is a man possessed. He is adamant. He wants to win this second game and take the match to a decider. The tie overall is, of course, deadlocked at 1 apiece. Dunman secured the first singles before Ngee Ann mounted a comeback and won the first doubles. And so here we are in the second singles. Wonderful agility being shown by both players here. They're looking to get every single, or looking to give every single ounce of energy, which is exactly what you want to see as a neutral spectator. And, over on court 1, the final is taking place between Anglican High and Victoria High. Victoria High took the first singles. The second, I beg your pardon, the first doubles has ended a short while ago. I'm not quite sure of the result in that match, but as soon as it comes through, we will relay the results to you folks watching at home. Well, back to the action. The second game has gotten off to another flying start. Nothing really to separate the two boys here. 4-all the score. Ethan New pushing that one long. Lee Yengyuan and Ngee Ann moving into a slender 5-4 lead. Beg your pardon, it was 5-all before that point. It is now 6-5 to Dunman High. That is some stroke from Ethan New. The point was dead and buried. He was somehow able to get that back in play, and it was a winner at that too. 8-5 now for in favor of Ethan New. Both players starting to sweat profusely. It is a very, very hot and humid afternoon here. The fans have been turned off for obvious reasons to avoid any unnecessary, untoward movements or changes in trajectory. For the birdie, which is extremely lightweight, the same would apply for table tennis or ping pong ball as well. Great reflexes from both players. Wonderful badminton we're witnessing here in Victoria School's Indoor Sports Hall. Really a sight to behold, these two players. Both, of course, 16 years of age. Speaking to both the coaches and teams earlier, before the start of play, lots of support for Lee Chong Wei, and why wouldn't there be? It's a flag bearer for Asian badminton. He's done so much for the sport, for his home country of Malaysia, as well as the rest of the Asian territory, along with Lin Dan, of course, Chinese legend. Smash there from Ethan New as we head into the first interval of this second game. Ethan New and Dunman taking an 11-8 advantage. This year in the NSG we have competition across 12 sports, all non-contact. Badminton, table tennis, tennis, volleyball, sepak takraw, wushu, taekwondo, shooting, golf, rope skipping, an interesting one, bowling and gymnastics. Another fun fact, a total of 12,000 students from 270 schools, both primary and secondary, are competing in this year's NSG. The full complement would be 29 sports, including contact sports. In previous years we've had 60,000 students competing. Obviously last year there was no NSG due to COVID-19, hence why we only have the non-contact sports for this year. But hopefully the full complement will happen in 2022 or by 2023. Back to the action here on court 2. (12-9) to Dunman High. They have, of course, taken the first game, so... Oh, lovely touch from Lee Ying-wan. Yeah, Dunman have taken the first game, so Lee Ying-wan and Ngee Ann will want to take this to a decider, which is, of course, deadlocked at 1 apiece in the 5-match tie overall. Dunman having taken the first singles before Ngee Ann came back to secure the first doubles. Of course, just a reminder, lovely touch there from Ethan New. Just a reminder that all 5 matches will be played, even if one side takes a 3-1 lead in the tie, because the NSG has mandated that all participants, or all members of each squad, should be participating, which is, of course, a wonderful initiative. At this tender age, all these youth need whatever exposure they can get. Attempted smash An anguished look on Lee Ying-wan's face. He knows it's slipping away slightly. Not quite yet, but ever so slightly. 15-11 now to Ethan New. Both players are sweating a fair amount, but none are breathing heavily, which shows the tremendous fitness levels. Of course, both teams train very intensively throughout the week, about 9 hours a week over the course of 3 training sessions, so the work ethic, very commendable indeed. 17-12 to Ethan New and Dunman. That was a bit of an easy one there for Lee Ying-wan. Needs as many of those as he can get, and he needs to take advantage of the critical points here. Oh, great retrieval. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal reach from Lee Ying-wan. Brilliant to see, and the sparse crowd here acknowledging that effort from the young boy. Putting his body on the line there. Again, great reflexes. It's really superb badminton. Superb badminton. Lee Ying-wan. 15-17 now, 2-point deficit. This is a brilliant end to game 2. One-point differential now. There's a bit of a break in play. Bit of commotion on the sidelines. Why wouldn't there be? This is an extremely exciting period of play here in this East Zone B Division Boys Championship battle between Ngee Ann Secondary and Dunman High, the 3rd and 4th playoff at Victoria School's Indoor Sports Hall. And again, this is some comeback from Lee Ying-wan. He's now in the lead, 18-17. Remarkable. I think that's 5 or 6 points in a row now for the Ngee Ann youngster, taking his time, regroup. Critical point. Oh, wonderful, wonderful play. This is outstanding show of badminton. He's really gutsed it out. Oh, just slight misjudgment there. Oh, he could have gotten it back in play, but he thought it was going to land out. 18-20. Are we going to see a momentum shift again? And that's out as well, so 19-20 now. This is backs to the wall effort. Both players really not willing to give an inch to their opponent. Still game point for, there it is! Fantastic performance from Lee Ying-wan. Secures that one, 21-19. We head into a decider and a big burst of emotion as well from the Ngee Ann youngster. The 3rd game is coming up shortly, in just about 60 seconds. It's going to be a crackerjacker. Stay tuned. We'll be back shortly. Good match, man. Very good. Amazing. Welcome back, ladies and gents, to this crackerjacker of a contest. This is game 3 of the second singles 5-match tie between Ngee Ann Secondary and Dunman High. The tie is deadlocked at 1 apiece, and this third match is also deadlocked at 1 game apiece. This is the deciding game. The winner of this game, of course, will help his team take a crucial 2-1 lead in the tie. We saw a brilliant fight back from Ngee Ann's Lee Ying-yuan in the second game after Ethan New of Dunman secured the first. Change of shuttle, Dunman leading 3-1 in this decider. We are, of course, at Victoria School's Indoor Sports Hall, court number 2. On court 1, an adjoining court, we have the final taking place between Anglican High and, well, you could call them home favourites, Victoria High. Victoria are up 2-0 in that tie. So they prevailed in the first singles and the first doubles. If they win the second singles, which is currently ongoing, they will be declared the winners of the East Zone B Division Boys Championship. We will keep our eyes peeled and relay any further scores to you folks back home as and when they come through. Back on court number 2, Dunman, 6-2 lead. Lee Ying-yuan had used a lot of reserves, a lot of energy in that second game. He was trailing and he came back, and maybe he ran out of steam a little too quickly, but still early doors here in the third game. The badminton is a fast-paced, explosive game, and before you know it, 8-2 already to Dunman High. The game can really run away from you rather quickly. So it's important that Ngee Ann and Lee Ying-yuan holds his nerve, tries to mount a comeback here in game 3. He's taking his time, which is a good thing. But Ethan New seems to have come out in this third game with a rather aggressive approach. Perhaps a word of advice from the coaches during the interval. 4-9, a bit of a giveaway there from Ethan New. Lee Ying-yuan gladly accept that gift. Yeah, he really seems to be putting his foot on the gas here, does Ethan New. Clear change in strategy from game 2. A good recovery point there from Lee Ying-yuan. He certainly maybe behind 5-10 now, but he's going to give it all he has. This is, of course, a very crucial match in the tie. The winner will take a 2-1 lead overall. That's out as well, so a seesaw battle going on here. Both players, I must say, I'm watching them from fairly close quarters. The shirts are drenched with sweat. There's a hot and humid afternoon here in the indoor sports hall. As we see Lee Ying-yuan, the drive there, too good for Ethan, who's requesting a short timeout from the umpire to tie his left shoelace. Perhaps also giving him a bit of time to gather his thoughts and regroup. But this really has been an entertaining match of badminton. There we go, there's that famed smash. So Ethan New heads into the interval with a spring in his step. The players going to change ends. We'll also allow the coaches to have a word or two. At this stage, really pressure situation. You want to keep things simple and not overcomplicate the situation. It's more about keeping things present, not worrying about what's happened in the past or what the outcome will be, but focusing on the here and now. That is what Lee Ying-yuan will have to do if he is to claw his way back into this Game 3 decider. Ethan New there, putting Lee Ying-yuan on the back foot. The Ngee Ann youngster. His request for a new birdie has been granted. Of course, the birdie does get hammered around a fair bit. It gets replaced frequently, I beg your pardon. Not quite, couldn't get the drop shot executed. 13-7 now to Dunman. Oh, great! This unbelievable retrieval from Lee Ying-yuan there. Brilliant. What a point. Lee Ying-yuan may have lost the point there, but tremendous reflexes on not one but two occasions. Ethan New really piling on the pressure. Taking a short break to tie his shoelace now. Both players playing at an extremely high level. A very, very competitive affair from the outset. And it's probably important from Ethan New's perspective that he remains composed. He may have a 6-point advantage, but as we saw in the last game, anything can happen. Just in. It's a great smash in the corner. Lee Ying-yuan reduces the deficit to 5 points now. Oh, another smash. He's got to get that serve on point, because if he doesn't, Ethan New pounces on him like a tiger. really got that smash sorted out. I'd really like to know what the speed on that, racket speed on that is, because from close quarters it looks rather rapid. Looks like Li Yingyuan is taking a breather. Which is at this stage not a bad thing to do, just to allow yourself to regroup, compose yourself. Oh, he set that up beautifully, did Ethan New. 17-9 now. As Li Yingyuan whips that back in anger, it seems. Not happy with his performance. He needs to find reserves of energy once again. He needs to give it all he's got in these final few points. Oh, lady luck there. The white tape at the top of the net, aiding Li Yingyuan, providing him a bit of fortune. But he needs that and more at this stage. 11-17 now. Just unable to get that over the net. Perhaps a little bit of a tired push. But Ethan New continues in his aggressive way. Again, that smash has worked to perfection for Ethan New. I don't remember the last time he's missed a smash. Clinical. Well, whatever you can do, I can do better, says Li Yingyuan. Returns the favor. Perhaps that's what he needs to do more of at this stage. Apply a bit of pressure on his opponent. He's got nothing to lose. He's 2 points from defeat. And now. Yeah, and a great drive, great return by Ethan New to set up match point here. Oh. Being one, earning a point, you'll need 7 more of those to stay in this one. Oh, again. You can't fault him for effort here. He's been outstanding. Both players have been outstanding. But the willingness and ability to fight on match point cannot be understated. Interesting time to replace the birdie on match point. Here we go. Li Yingyuan to serve. Another miss by Ethan New. That's 3 consecutive points for Li Yingyuan. He's channeling that same fighting spirit that he showed towards the back end of game 2 to win game 2. Can he do it again? Oh, just in. That was a fantastic final point. Ethan New finishing it off in style with his signature smash. The third game secured 21-15 and the match secured as well 2 games to 1. Dunman High now take a 2-1 lead in the 5-match tie. We will be having the second doubles coming up very, very shortly indeed, in just about 60 seconds. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with live action shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Dunman High School, represented by Yuan of Western League. On my left, Ngee Ann Secondary School, represented by Go Haikwon and Chadian 3. We deserve to live. The ball. Ready? The ball. Swing.
Welcome back, ladies and gents, to Sports Singapore's live coverage of the 2021 National School Games. We are at Victoria School's Indoor Sports Hall for the third, fourth playoff in the East Zone B Division Boys Championship. between Ngee Ann Secondary and Dunman High. This is court number 2. Dunman are leading the 5-match tie by 2 matches to 1. This is the 4th match, the second doubles of this afternoon's action. The Ngee Ann boys are being represented by Go.gov.sg. He's wearing the pink shoes, and Thaddeus Wee. While Dunman in maroon top and black shorts, represented by Du Chuang in blue shoes, and Russell Lim, who's wearing black kicks. Ngee Ann have raced into a 4-3 lead in game 1. Of course, they will want to and need to, if they want to keep this tie alive, win this match. But even if Dunman take this and secure 3rd spot with a 3-1 victory, we will be playing that final match in the interest of fair play. The NSG organisers and conveners have mandated that all 5 matches be played across all competitions to give the 7 members of each squad a chance to participate. Over in Court 1, the grand final taking place between Anglican High and Victoria High. Victoria have already secured the championship. They are 3-0 up in the 5-match tie. So they have won the East Zone B Division Boys Championship. And for reasons I explained just a short while earlier, they will also play out the remaining 2 matches. So the second doubles is currently ongoing there. Back on Court 1, Ngee Ann, the slender advantage as a new birdie is being used. 7-6. Now Thaddeus Wee and Go Hai Kwan, both 16 years of age, as are their opponents, Du Truong and Russell Lim. Du Truong, quite a well-built young lad, quite tall as well. Complements his partner quite well. Oh, a bit lucky there with the top of the net. 8-7, 8-all. Not much separating the 2 sets of teams here early on in game 1. This second doubles. Yeah, speaking to the coaches of both teams ahead of this contest, they harped on about how much these boys train and the effort they put in, and it's you can certainly see it pay off in competition. 9 hours a week they train, on top of all the schoolwork that they have to handle. Very commendable effort indeed. But it shows really how much these games and the sport of badminton means to them, as it should. The youth sports scene in Singapore is growing exponentially by the year. Of course, we didn't have the games held last year owing to COVID-19, which was a bit of a shame. But it's good to see the competitions back on your screens in 2021 as we take the first interval. Just confirming the score shortly. Yeah, it's Dunman who've taken a slender 1-point advantage in this first game. So yes, good to see the games back on your screens. Of course, you can catch the live stream by visiting us at go.gov.sg/NSG. Again, that's go.gov.sg/NSG. We're also live on SG Sports TV's official YouTube channel. I would highly recommend that you watch as much of these games as possible and encourage your friends and family to do so as well, because these boys really are the future of sport in Singapore, and any encouragement they can get would be hugely beneficial to their aspirations moving up the ladder in their respective sports. Dunman High still with a 1-point lead, 12-11. As we see Go Hai Kwan just netting that one. And again, going for the smash this time, Go Hai Kwan. Finding the high part of the net. As we go for another replacement, birdie replacement. Now, this being the B division, we're looking at boys in secondary 3 and secondary 4, ages about 15 to 16 years old. The NSG, of course, also encompasses both the A division as well as the senior division. It's a shame that this quality competition is limited spectators. Of course, you would have noticed from your camera angle that capacity is nowhere near full, and that's obviously due to the pandemic situation and the various restrictions and protocols and safe management practices that are in place. The only people allowed in the arena are the teams themselves, the coaches, the organizers, the conveners, technical crew, and of course match commentators like myself. So no parents allowed, unfortunately, no friends of the competitors, but privileged to be in Singapore, because the very fact that these games can happen at all is a blessing for these youth. 19-11 now. Gosh, the game's moved on rather quickly, as badminton often does. A very fast-paced, explosive sport. And in the blink of an eye, Dunman have game points. There it is, 21-11 to Dutron and Russell Lim of Dunman High. Take a 1-game lead in this 4th rubber. Of course, Dunman lead the overall tie by 2 matches to 1. We'll be back for game 2 action in just a little while. Back to the action here at Victoria School's Indoor Sports Hall on court number 2. So Ngee Ann looking to claw their way back into this fourth match between themselves and Dunman High. This is the third and fourth playoff for the East Zone B Division Boys Championship, which, by the way, Victoria High have already secured. They are taken an unassailable 3-0 lead against Anglican High over on court 1. The two sides are also contesting the fourth match in the spirit or interest of fair play, but Victoria High have been crowned champions, and they'll be delighted with that because they're playing here on home turf. That said, third, fourth is equally important for these two teams. Court number 2, they will want to stamp their authority as the third best side in this competition. And by the looks of it, it's Dunman High who seem to be heading in that direction. 1 game up already in this fourth match, and 5-2 up in game 2. 2-1 up in the overall tie. A good smash there from Thaddeus Wee. I beg your pardon, from Du Chuang. To put Dunman 6-2 up. And again, ditto, repeat. Russell Lim, his partner, who's serving now, is a big unit for a 16-year-old. Very well built. Of course, allows him to move around the court a lot easier with those big strides. And of course, height also helps with reach. A little too eager there was Thaddeus Wee. That drive makes up for it with a smash. 9-3 to Dunman, taking a healthy 6-point advantage in game 2. And should they win game 2, they will win this match and secure third position in the East Zone B Division Boys Championship. We of course saw a brilliant match in the last singles. It went all the way down to the wire, but Dunman prevailed. And they will want to sign, seal, and deliver the contest in this match. Oh, it's the, well, it gets lodged in the top of the net. Thaddeus Wee, 5-10. Oh, it's a towering smash from Du Chuang. Intimidating. Dunman head into the interval, 11-5 in the ascendancy. Boy, that was a powerful smash there. This year's NSG, of course, competition across 12 sports, all non-contact. So apart from badminton, we have tennis, table tennis, volleyball, sepak takraw, wushu, taekwondo, shooting, golf, rope skipping, bowling, and gymnastics. Total of 12,000 students or there or thereabouts from 270 schools, both primary and secondary, competing in this year's NSG. The full complement is 29 sports, which we will hopefully see in 2022 or 2023. Those 29 obviously encompass both non-contact and contact sports. Back to the action here, following the 60-second interval. And Dunman High. .612. Good smash there from Thaddeus Wee. New shuttle has come into play. The thing I love about badminton is it's so fast-paced. In the blink of an eye, the point is over, but so much happens through the course of that point. The reflexes of all players involved very, very quick. And your anticipation needs to be spot on. We've got 3 right-handers here, both Dunman High boys and Thaddeus Wee. The Go High Kwan in the pink shoes, southpaw. That certainly does change things up when he's serving and receiving the smash down the line. Interesting dynamic there between the right and left. I'm sure Dunman had to factor that into their strategy ahead of this one. 16-8 now, Dunman. That's long by Du Chuang. 9-16. Still a fair ways off, Ngee Ann. A real giveaway there. Go High Kwan could really ill afford to give such freebies away to the opponent. Big show of emotion there from the big lad, Du Chuang. We haven't seen a whole lot of that throughout the course of this afternoon. It certainly brings the contest alive. (10-18). Dunman 3 points from sealing the match and the tie. You'd imagine that the Ngee Ann boys will make them work for it. Well, not on that occasion. That serve right in the wheelhouse of Russell Lim. Put away that kill rather simply. 20, match point for Dunman High. Bit of a blip there. Still 7 or 8 match points for the Dunman boys. Oh, they didn't need any more than one because they've sealed the match in 2 straight games, and of course sealed their berth, or the 3rd place finish rather, in the East Zone B Division boys, which has already been won by Victoria High. They're 3-0 up over on court number 1. And so our 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th positions have been confirmed. That said, we will still be showcasing for you live this 5th match, the 3rd singles. That will be beginning shortly, so do stay tuned.
And on my left, Dunman High, represented by Lucas Core. Lucas is serve. The ball, play.
Welcome back, folks, to Victoria School Indoor Sports Hall. This is court number 2, 3rd, 4th playoff for the East Zone B Division Boys Championship. Ngee Ann Secondary against Dunman High. Dunman have already secured 3rd spot, having won the tie 3-1. This is the 5th match which we are witnessing in the interest of fair play, so that all 7 members of each squad get an opportunity to participate. So once again, Dunman have secured 3rd position. And for this final singles, the 3rd singles of this afternoon, we have Tan Yi Shui of Ngee Ann against Lucas Pua of Dunman High. For Tan Yi Shui, plenty to play for still, pride. And for Lucas Pua, perhaps a chance to showcase to his teammates why he should be moved up the pecking order in future tournaments. Either way, this should be a fascinating final match. Of course, over on court number 1, Victoria High have secured the championship. They are 4-0 up in the 5-match tie. They're also into the 5th and final match of the day. But a rather convincing win for the home side, as we see Lucas Pua of Dunman take an early 7-3 lead in game 1 of this matchup. We saw, of course, Dunman take the early lead in the first singles before Ngee Ann came back in style to level proceedings at 1 apiece in the first doubles, and probably the match of the tie thus far, the second singles. Was a very tight affair, went all the way down to the wire to a decider, with Dunman just managing to see their way through to that one. And then a convincing win for Dunman again in the second doubles. Tan Yi Shui and Lucas Pua, both tall lads, both 15 years of age. Still plenty of growth for the two of them from here on in. Plenty of talent and potential. And like I was saying earlier, a good opportunity to show their coaches and compatriots what they're made of. First blood though, or rather Dunman have taken an early 5-point lead as we head into the first interval, 60 seconds. We'll also have an interval of 2 minutes between each game. Of course, the way the NSG works and the way this tournament is run is that singles players cannot play in the doubles, so everyone gets a chance to ply their trade on court. At least 7 members to a given squad, and up to 12 including reserves and subs. Some of these boys, of course, will be the future of Singapore in the sport of badminton. Those that show tremendous potential are selected by the Singapore Badminton Association folks to be a part of the national intermediate squad, where they get a chance to train outside of school hours with the elite squad. So it's a great opportunity for these boys and girls in the other competitions to be talent spotted. The NIS starts from the ages of 13 and 14, so even from the C division, if they show promise, they may get a chance to mingle with the best. And Singapore, of course, have traditionally done very well in badminton at the national level, particularly in the C games. There's obviously not as much money in badminton as there is in tennis, for example, but still, there's no higher honor, one would think, than representing your country at the highest level. And so that is a motivating factor in and of itself for a lot of these young rising stars. So we head back to the action. It's Dunman High who've taken a rather commanding lead in this first game, Lucas Poit asserting his authority over Tan Yi Shui. Hasn't really broken much of a sweat. Looks like he's playing an exhibition match out there. He's breezing through the points at the moment. 16-7, 9-point lead. Oh, a little bit of help from the net there for Tan Yi Shui. Just unable to get that over the high part of the net was Lucas Poit. 9-16 now. Make that 10-16. Tan Yi Shui appears to be slowly but surely eating into that deficit. I think that's 4 straight points now for Tan Yi Shui. Seems to have come alive towards the mid to back end of this first game. Of course, again, if you're tuning in just now, the live stream action is on, or at rather, go.gov.sg/NSG. You can also catch up on fixtures and results across a range of other sports. We're also live on SG Sports TV's official YouTube channel. The players appear to be taking a short breather, perhaps opting for a new birdie. It has been rather hot and humid in the arena throughout the course of this afternoon. That is because the fans have been switched off for obvious reasons. The birdie is a lightweight object. Can't afford to have any external pressure from fans or other generators and the like, which can affect the trajectory of the birdie. And the same applies, I would imagine, to table tennis. Ping pong ball is, of course, extremely lightweight. 2013 to Lucas Poit. It's a set up game point for himself and Dunman, and he secures it. So 21-13 to Dunman. They take a 1-game lead in this 5th and final match. Dunman, of course, have already secured the 3rd place honours in the East Division, East Zone, I beg your pardon, B Division Boys Championship. We'll be back shortly for Game 2 action in about 60 seconds. This second game of this 5th and final match between Dunman High and Ngee Ann Secondary. Should Dunman win this game, they've already won the first, they will have secured the tie by 4 matches to 1. So Tan Yi Shui of Ngee Ann will be looking to play for pride in this game and take it to a decider. They'll want to end this competition on a high.
he started proceedings fairly well. 3-1 lead here. We are, of course, at Victoria School's Indoor Sports Hall. Court number 2. Over on
Court 1. The home side, Victoria High, already been declared the champions of the East Zone B Division Boys Championship. They are 4-0 up in their 5-match tie against Anglican High. Deserving winners, Victoria High, and their final singles is also currently underway. 3-4 now. So Lucas Poir is clawing his way back to parity against Tan Yi Shui. It's a nice little cross-court smash by the Ngee Ann boy. And Lucas Poir returns the favor. Of course, both these teams did exceedingly well in their initial group stage matches. Ngee Ann emerged from Group C unscathed. They won all 4 of their matches, 3-2, and then a trio of 5-0 scorelines to finish top of their group. And Dunman High in Group D also topped their group, 4-1, and 3 consecutive 5-0 whitewashes. They then moved on to the quarterfinals, where the top 8 from the groups were divided into 2 further subgroups, Group X and Group Y. Ngee Ann finished second behind Victoria High. They lost their first match to Victoria and then won against Bedok South 4-1 and Bedok View 5-0. And in Group X, Dunman High lost as well to eventual finalist Anglican High 2-3 before fighting back against Geylang Methodist 4-1 and St. Patrick's 5-0. They also finished second. So Anglican, Dunman, Victoria and Ngee Ann secured their berth in the final, semi-final, beg your pardon. Anglican done defeated Ngee Ann 5-0 in the semi-final, and Victoria defeated Dunman 4-1. Which is why we're witnessing this third and fourth playoff today. Correction there issued by the umpire. 9-all. All square here, game 2 of match number 5. The final match, of course. This tie between Ngee Ann Secondary and Dunman High. Ngee Ann playing for pride here, having already lost out to their opponents for 3rd place. Victoria over on court 1, 4-0 up in their tie. So our 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th positions have already been determined. We will of course be having a short prize giving ceremony following the conclusion of this match, as Dunman head into the first interval ahead by a very slim 2 points. You see that both
players have broken out into a huge sweat here on court number 2. They are playing in fairly humid conditions in this indoor hall. But, outdoors, of course, it's been rather dry as well. That is Singapore weather for you. That said, it's also been raining a fair amount as well, so yeah, at times we can have all 4 seasons in the course of a single day. But that's no excuse, of course. Everyone plays in the same conditions, the same atmosphere, just about conditioning and fitness, which these boys certainly do not lack. The training regimens are extremely intense, as the coaches mentioned to me ahead of this contest. 3 times a week they train, 3 hours at a time, so a total of 9 hours, on top of all the schoolwork and other requirements that they have. And remember, these boys are just 15, 16 years of age, so they've got tremendous potential and tremendous room to grow even further. It's a great learning curve, these games, for them. Whether you win or lose, bit of luck there for Dunman High. 79, he's raced away to a commanding lead in game 2. As I was saying, whether you win or lose is really, in the grand scheme of things, insignificant, because sport is all about encouraging the public to participate, to be involved. Really is great to have these games back on following her absence from last year. 10:19 now, the end is nigh. Dunman High looks certain to be securing this tie, 4 games to 1. 4 matches to 1, I beg your pardon. And as I spoke, it's now match point. And there it is. Game, set, match. Lucas Poit defeats Tan Yishui, straight games, 21-10 in the second. And Dunman have secured this tie. They've secured 3rd position, winning 4 matches to 1 in the East Zone B Division Boys Championship. Of course, Victoria High have already won the championship proper. They are playing against Anglican High over on court number 1, and they lead the tie 4-0. The 3rd and final singles match is still ongoing, but we will be having the prize giving ceremony in just a short while, so do stay tuned for that. Just to recap, Dunman have secured 3rd position, having won the first singles. They dropped the second doubles, and probably the match of the afternoon. The second singles was a very tight affair. Dunman just about managed to get through. They then went on to win the second doubles and the 3rd singles. A convincing victory for them, a convincing end to the tournament. We will be back in a few minutes with the prize giving ceremony. Don't go away just yet.